I'm here with Veronica Taylor, who many of you will know as the voice of Ash Ketchum in the first 8 seasons of the Pokemon dub. And Veronica, we just have a few questions we want to ask. First of all, how'd you get into voice acting?
I've been an actor since I was 5. I went to college and grad school for acting. I moved to New York City. I auditioned for one project, and then I booked that, and then they asked me to audition for something else, and it kind of steamrolled from there. That's the short answer.
I got you there. So what about Pokemon itself? How did you find out about that project? How did you interview for it? How did that come about?
Well, I was working on Slayers at the time, which was a really funny, kooky anime, if you haven't seen that. And the people who cast me in that were also doing the casting for Pokemon, so that's how I was asked to come over.
And, at first, what were your kind of expectations, and then it sort of blew up? What was that like?
Well, I had no expectations. They said, oh, this is going to be on TV, but none of us really believed it. And I loved the project from the beginning. We got to see a tiny clip when we were auditioning, and I just fell in love with it. So being cast in it was like a dream come true. But we didn't know what would happen, where it was going, how long it would last, anything.
Yeah, and as a character, you played Ash, you also did May during that time period. You had to sing as a character every now and again. Of course, you have a couple parts as Ash, and in the 6th movie you did some singing as May. What was that kind of like?
Well, I sing a lot in different character voices, actually, on all different shows. And I think for myself, I kind of find it easier to sing as a character, and I like to be able to kind of put that voice, the spin on it. It's super fun. We did the Pokemon Christmas Bash, which was really, really fun, and also strange. We listen to it every year at home.
Really?
Yes. So it was great to do it. I like to sing in character voices.
That's neat. How is it different from normal singing? Like if you were just to do a solo album of your own voice, how would that be different?
I think you are able to act the songs in a different way because you're acting from a different perspective. And you also have to keep your voice kind of, I, as a person, my range is, however big it can be from high to low. But Ash's range is different. He doesn't have he can't go very high. He's a young boy, but with kind of a gruff voice, so his high is not as high as my high is. So you have to kind of sing from the vocal range and perspective of the character. So it's a neat challenge.
Glad to hear that. I kind of figured I've talked with other voice actors, singers, and that's pretty much in line. But yeah, it's fun hearing that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, a couple other things I wanted to talk about. First of all, this is really your first time at a major Pokemon. This is actually there's a regional TCG and video game competition going on here.
Right.
What are your impressions of that?
It's amazing, and to see the room filled with all of these people. It's the quietest convention I've ever been at because everyone is working away and playing and competing, and it's really amazing to be part of this here and trying to be kind of quiet and have fun and talk to all the people coming up to see me.
That has got to be an awesome experience. It's something you didn't have. Even in the old days, they didn't bring you out to these types of things.
Yeah, I've never had the opportunity at all. So this is a unique event anyway, that Ohana-Con is happening at the same time as the tournament. And that, people during their breaks can come over to talk to me and to Eric Stewart, who played Brock. And so we're here, and I don't know, it's really neat. And I talk to people at conventions about their experiences in tournaments, and it's just what a commitment it takes to learn all of this, and as a family to travel to the tournaments, and just to be part of it is pretty neat.
And you can't see her here, but speaking of family, your daughter has actually been helping you out on some of this stuff. What's it like traveling around with your daughter? She was born around the time the Pokemon TV series started. What's that kind of like?
It is amazing for both of us, I would say, but especially for me to travel with my daughter and have all these shared experiences and be able to meet people together, and I don't know, we have an incredibly fun time.
Yeah, if we ever get to travel with family, that's a great experience. All right, well, one more thing. What have you been doing recently? Obviously, you're no longer involved with the show. We won't get into that, but what have you been doing in the last few years?
Well, yeah, I was on the first 8 years of Pokemon, which was extraordinary, and then I worked on a ton of cartoons at the same time for 4 kids. But now I have a show coming out on Nickelodeon. I have something that just came out on Sprout called Ollie and Moon. That's a really fun show and kind of a travel show for kids. I work on Sailor Moon. I play Sailor Pluto. We have new episodes coming out all the time. I am on Astroblast, which is still on. Word World is still on. I don't know, I'm doing a ton of things. I do a lot of audiobooks. So I'm pretty much I'm busy every day doing something. It's just not as easy to find what I'm on as it was when I was on.
Gotcha there. Do you have a website or any social media accounts you'd like to talk about?
Sure, I'm at veronicataylor.net. You can find me on Twitter at @TheVeronicaT, which is THE Veronica T. Same with Instagram. And Facebook, I'm The Veronica Taylor.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Veronica. This has been Stephen Wright at Ohana-Con in Madison, Wisconsin with Veronica Taylor.